Welcome to Transit Talk, a show brought to you by the DCTA, Denton County Transportation Authority, that highlights information about our public transportation. Every week after our show Discover Denton, we will be bringing you Transit Talk, so after you hear about things you can do in Denton, you can hear about how you can get there. This week we will be bringing you some employment opportunities that the DCTA is offering, and to do that we have Christina Brevard, Marketing and Communications Director for DCTA, as well as Michael Chin, the General Manager of Bus Operations. So here is Transit Talk.
Today we have Michael Chin, General Manager of Bus Operations. Thanks for stopping by, Michael.
Thanks for having me, Christina.
We have you on the show today to talk about working for DCTA Bus Operations. And you've been working with DCTA for how long?
Almost 4 years now.
Okay, and you started as the Access Manager?
Access Manager for the Paratransit Demand Response Service.
Okay, and then you got promoted.
Yes, to General Manager, my current position.
All right, well, congratulations on the promotion.
Thank you.
As GM, what is one of your top priorities that you're currently working on?
Hiring qualified staff to keep up with the demand.
Okay, and what kind of positions do you currently have available?
We have a few. We have the Manager or Director of Customer Programs, several bus operator positions, maintenance and service attendants, and an administrative assistant.
Wow, sounds like there are many employment opportunities. That's really good to hear. Can you tell me a little bit more about the Manager or Director of Customer Programs position?
Sure. The Manager of Customer Programs is in charge of the transit center located in downtown Denton, our call center, and our paratransit operations.
Okay, and are we looking at, is it full-time and about how many hours a week?
That's a full-time position, 40 hours a week, on call on the weekends.
Okay, and what type of qualifications are you looking for this position?
It depends on the person. If you have a high school diploma and experience, we're looking for that. If you have a bachelor's degree, you could be a director of customer programs. Some of the qualifications are experience in the transit industry and know a little bit about the demand response service we offer.
Okay. And you mentioned that there's an administrative assistant position. Is this a part-time or full-time position?
Currently, it's a part-time position.
Okay, and about how many hours a week is that position?
It's 20 hours a week, exactly.
Okay, so that'd be great for
College students.
A college student or someone that's just wanting to work a little bit. Is that job going to be at the Downtown Denton Transit Center?
Yes, it's at our Denton Transit Center. It's in the afternoon, typically from 3 to 7 p.m.
3 to 7. Okay, great. And what type of qualifications are you looking for?
We're looking for data entry, customer service, and basic clerical qualifications.
Okay, so we have 2 administrative positions. Now let's talk about with bus operators. I know that you are hiring bus operators, and this is one that I would think would require a lot of certification, maybe a special license. What would it take for someone to drive a DCTA bus?
You'd have to be a minimum of 21 years old, a Class B commercial driver's license or CDL with a passenger endorsement. You'll also need to take and pass a physical exam, an extensive background check, and a drug screen. After that, you go to class for 6 weeks. We'll teach you how to drive a bus. You don't have to have that experience coming to us.
Oh, okay. Wow, I bet people don't know that. Now they'll know. And what type of hours would a bus operator work?
It's a flexible schedule. We start as early as 4:30 in the morning and end as late as 11 p.m. Monday through Saturday. There's no Sunday service, so you're off on Sundays.
But I assume that they would not be working from 4:30 a.m. until 11 o'clock at night.
No, it's shift work.
Okay, that's probably a good thing. Now, would the operators drive in Louisville or would they drive in Denton?
It depends on what they choose. We have positions in Louisville, Denton, and Highland Village.
And if somebody was driving in Louisville or Highland Village, would they still need to drive to Denton to get started each day?
Yes, they'd have to drive to Denton every morning to our bus yard to get their bus and then drive back to the location that they start from.
Okay. So all of these positions you mentioned are within bus operations, which is contracted by Transit Management of Denton County. So they're TMDC employees, but contracted through DCTA. So they still work for DCTA, right?
Yes.
Okay. And for those that are interested in any of these positions, how can they apply?
Visit our website, ridedcta.net, go to the About Us section, and click on Employment Opportunities. Once there, you'll see applications. They're available for download. Please fill an application out and either mail it or bring it to our transit center, which is located at 604 East Hickory in Denton, Texas. Or you can drop them off at our administrative offices in Louisville at 1660 South Stemmons Freeway.
Okay. And I think there are also applications available at the Downtown Denton Transit Center. Is that right?
That's correct, yes.
Okay, great. Well, while we're on the topic of employment opportunities, let me give a little plug about some positions that we have at the DCTA administrative offices in Louisville. We are seeking qualified candidates for an administrative assistant position as well as a transit planner. Applications for these positions are also available on ridedcta.net, or you can pick up an application at the Downtown Denton Transit Center or the Louisville administrative offices. Well, Michael, I thank you so much for coming in today and to talk about employment opportunities that we have available within DCTA bus operations. I really appreciate it. We will help you get the word out, bring in some qualified candidates, and hopefully we'll get to add to the DCTA team very soon. Well, that's all for today. DCTA's Transit Talk. I'm Christina Brevard, connecting you to the ins and outs of public transportation within your community. Again, employment opportunities can be found at our website under the About Us section at ridedcta.net. On the website, you can also find detailed route and service information. Thanks for listening.
And there you have it, this week's episode of Transit Talk, brought to you by the DCTA. A big thanks to Christina Brevard and Michael Chin. An extra thanks to Gravity Feed for providing the music. I am Jake Laughlin, your host. Join us next week on Transit Talk, where we will be talking more transit. And in the meantime, go explore Denton.